Hi everyone, just a little apology for the delay. We were completing some of the interviews. It is an absolute pleasure to welcome back here Team England. As a reminder, simultaneous translation is available in English, German and Swedish in your headsets. The QR codes are on the wall. Please speak into the mic and name your organization and your name before asking your question. Thank you very much, and the floor is yours.
Yeah, thanks so much. Great to see so many of you ahead of tomorrow's meeting with Sweden. There are a lot of people in the room, so if we can keep it to a question each, and we'll come back if we've got time. We will kick off with questions from the floor. Anton at Sky Sports, yeah?
Hi both. Sarina, obviously, it's knockout football. It's Sweden next. Top in a group with Germany, undefeated in a year. Just how difficult a game is this going to be, and what kind of game are you expecting?
I expect a very competitive game where it's very hard to predict the outcome. And of course, they've had a very good group stage series, like the 3 wins they had. But I think we are in a very good place too, and we're ready to go. So hopefully we can show that tomorrow.
Question for Lucy. I wanted to ask about a teammate of yours, Johanna Rytting-Kaneryd. She's been taking a lot of steps over the past few years. How do you stop her, and what's been your impression of her over the last season?
Johanna's actually probably the person I get on best with at Chelsea, one of my best friends there. And obviously play next to her as well, and I play next to Natalie Bjorn, so I'm very familiar with the both of them. They've both had fantastic tournaments so far. I think the thing with Johanna is probably her mindset. She's something that people say about myself, very competitive. This girl is very competitive as well. And yeah, I think I've seen it this season at Chelsea, and then she puts on a Swedish shirt and she's the same. I think she'll run through a brick wall for her team. But yeah, how to stop her, I think she's hopefully on the other side to me. But yeah, I mean, she's a pacey player, been done really well. But I think, if we stick to our jobs and our roles, I think we'll be able to do a good game against her as well.
Thank you. Can we go to Katie at the BBC, please?
Hi Sarina, hi Lucy. Lucy, I just wanted to take you back to the last time England played Sweden at a major tournament, of course at Bramall Lane, that 4-0 win. What are your memories of that day, that goal, and do you think it's something that maybe the Swedish players will still be smarting from?
I don't think so. I mean, I guess because we've played them since then. We've played them more recently. Last summer, we played them in the Nations League twice, obviously in England and in Sweden. I think that the team that we played against in Sheffield and in the Euros, both for Sweden and for England, teams are very different, moved on a lot. But yeah, I guess for us it's a very nice memory to look back on, but we hardly can analyse that game because it was so long ago. And I think for Sweden, they're a team that do really well in tournaments. I can't imagine they'd be too focused on just one defeat against England many years ago.
Thanks, Katie. Just behind you, please. Thanks.
Question for you both. We know that Love Island has been part of the breakfast chatter. Just curious to find out who you think would do well in the villa out of the squad and why.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Lucy?
Go ahead.
Do you want me to say a player?
No.
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 Not me, that's for sure.
Okay, thanks. We can go across to Kat from the eye. Thank you.
Hi both. Question for you, Sarina. At the last World Cup, by the quarterfinals, you were the only female head coach remaining. This time it's 50%. Is that a good number? Could it be more? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think what we're all working on is that we hope that more female stay involved in football. We want girls to play football. We want every girl, every woman having the opportunity to get involved in football in whatever role that is, and also in coaching. And we have to push hard. I think we're moving into the right direction, but we still have to keep moving to keep having these opportunities and not destroying men who are in the women's game also have played a tremendous role.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kat. Kit from the Times.
Hi, both. A question for Lucy. We know that Lioness's success has been really important for the growth of kind of the entire English women's game, obviously mainly from Euro 22, but also the World Cups and London 2012. I know it's not your job as players to kind of just grow the women's game, but do you almost feel that responsibility to keep having a success and keep reaching the finals to make sure that women's football does keep growing?
Yeah, but I guess every single player that puts on a shirt in this tournament probably feels that. I can imagine the Swiss team feel that because they're the home nation. Every other team wants to replicate what England did, what the Netherlands did before us, and really boost women's football. And we know that success comes from that. We know that we're very fortunate in England that when we have success, it really does explode. And I think it's what we want all over Europe and all over the world. Do we necessarily see that as the reason for winning? Not really. My main reason for winning the tournament is to lift the trophy. But yeah, as part and parcel of success, it helps build the women's game, and that's something that obviously being England, I want to happen in England more and more.
Thanks.
Thanks, Kit. Emma from the BBC. Thank you.
Hi both. Question for Lucy. I just wonder, Sweden is so strong in wide positions. You were speaking about Johanna before, but likewise on the other side. Will you have to maybe adapt the way that you play, because you're usually playing, so far forward, you like to be attacking? Will you have to maybe hold back a little bit more than what you have done?
I do whatever she tells me to do. So if you analyse the game, I'm in positions that's for the team, for the benefit of the team, for the players around me. I like to attack. I also like to defend. I can do whatever roles asked of me, whether that's from Sarina or the players around me. We know the threat that Sweden has, and obviously that's a lot in wide positions. But at the same time, we're a good team. We're a top team. I think you don't want to change too much because you want to give to the game what we're good at. So I think we're very much focused on our strengths and what we can bring to the game.
Thanks, Emma. Tom? Tom from Daily Mirror, please.
Hi both. Question for Lucy. After the France game, there's obviously a lot of noise around the England team and how you'd respond. I feel like a lot of the conversation just out here in general has been the Sweden-Germany game and how dramatic that was. Does it feel like the pressure's eased a bit? You can kind of focus on your own game with other teams being the centre of attention? I think we never made ourselves the centre of attention. I think that's a lot of the noise from the outside. I think coming off the back of the French game and having a lot of talking points, I think actually brought the team closer together. I think you saw that then in the two performances that came from that. We're not too focused too much on noises around other teams or ourselves. We're only focused on what we do on the training pitch, what we do in games, how we recover, how we perform, and how we lift each other up. Thank you.
Thanks, Tom. Susie at The Guardian.
Hey, both. Lucy, how much have you enjoyed having LJ in front of you in these past couple of games, particularly the Wales game? It really looked like you, her and Ella formed like quite a formidable kind of trio.
Yeah, I mean, LJ is a world-class player, and obviously Tooney's having a sensational tournament as well, so it's easy when you've got two players like that playing in front of you. I find it really easy to play with players of that quality. But yeah, it's fantastic that they're on my team and not the other team. And they're both really growing into the tournament, both key players at England, but I think most of our players are key players when you look now at the goal scorers and the goal creators and yeah, every part of the game. So for me, it's fantastic to play with those kind of players, and I just long may it continue that they have fantastic performances and just keep getting better and better.
Thanks, Susie. We'll just go there. Yep. Perfect.
Hello, ARD TV Germany. Question to both, please. As it might become a game of the goalkeepers, how do you rate Hannah Hampton's performances so far, and what significance does she have for the team?
Well, how I rate, I think she plays an important role for us. She's done really well, also growing into the tournament. And of course, the first task is to keep the ball out of the back of the net. But she also is very good with her feet, what we have seen, and she can be the extra builder when we start our build-up.
Thank you. Do I answer that as well? Yeah? Yeah, I mean, like what Sarina said, she's a very important part of this team. I think she's definitely built with confidence as the tournament's gone on. Arguably, probably the best goalkeeper in the world with with her feet. You saw that with the pass that she played for LJ's goal in the second game. But yeah, there's still a lot more to come from Hannah. She's a very young goalkeeper, and she's already doing fantastically well, especially starting her first tournament. She's done really, really well. Key player for us, and yeah, again, like I've just said about Tooney and LJ, a player that I think we can see so much more from, and her just growing and getting even better and better.
Thank you. We'll just go in front to Charlotte at the Athletic. Thanks.
Hi, Lucy. A lot of players spoke about sharing their why in their pre-camp, whether that was because they missed previous tournaments or doing it for family members. What's your why now that this is your 7th major tournament?
My why's always been the same. I mean, I'm very fortunate that my family get to follow me around and support me, but I'm someone who's based off of hard work and enjoying it. My why was that I just love working hard and I love the game. It's as simple as that. I think sometimes, I guess when the media gets involved and everything around the game, but I started playing football because I love it. That's literally it. And when I loved it, I wanted to work hard. I had a picture of myself up from, it was actually against Sweden in 2019, of being absolutely exhausted at the end of that game, because I will give anything and I will give everything when I play in an England shirt. And I wanted all the girls to know that that's my why, is to give everything for this team, because I just love playing for England so much.
Thanks, Lucy.
Thanks, Charlotte. We'll go to Aisha from Haters at the back. Thanks.
Hi both. We heard from Leah yesterday. She was talking about how much of a competitor you are, Sarina. She said even with darts, you're a fierce competitor.
Not really.
I wanted to hear a question for both of you. Who is the best at darts in the England camp?
Well, I know I'm not.
Me neither.
No.
Lauren Hemp.
I think Hempo's really good.
Leah's got her own dart, so that says it all.
And her mum.
And her mum as well.
So
Players, I think it's
I think Hempo.
Hempo and Leah.
Nice.
Aki tries to be the best and just part, but didn't think they were really close.
They play the most.
Yeah.
And our kit woman, she's very good.
Yeah.
Thanks very much. Can we go to Rob Harris at Sky News, please? Rob, just put your hand up. Thanks so much.
Hi, Sarina, first
Hi.
to you. A lot's been made of the proper England. Is that in part a way of maybe taking the focus of tactical discussions? Is it a way of not giving anything away? And do you need a different approach with more layers, do you think, to combat Sweden? And Lucy, what have you made of the proper England discussion? Is it a way of sort of focusing minds?
You first?
No, I'll go. It's no, proper England is like a bit who we are and what we want to show, and of course that has to do with our tactics, how we want to play, but also our behaviors. We want to how we want to support each other together, work really hard, and of course play to our strengths too. So yeah, when we do that, I think the chance of winning is the highest.
Yeah, I think we've never negated tactics or anything else that comes with the game with the term proper England. I think it was more the fact that we've said again, we're a new England, a new team, and what was meant by that was we had a lot of younger players and new players who have very different experiences of playing for England compared to the likes of myself, where we know that England used to have to dig deep all the time. Always like 2015 was the first time we beat Germany. That's insane to think of right now. But England in the past, it was you have to dig out performances and you are maybe the underdog, you're not the favourites. Whereas this England team has developed, football has changed. Obviously, we're a very talented team, a lot of technical ability, tactics, all that comes in the game, but we don't want to ever forget that we are England, we are proper England, and if push comes to shove, we can win a game in any means possible.
Thank you. Can we go to back row, Tara from the Daily Mail? Thanks.
Hiya. Question for Sarina. We heard a lot from Chloe Kelly yesterday about the importance of substitutes, and I was wondering how important you felt that strength in depth was as the tournament kind of progresses.
Yeah, I think that's very important because you can change in the game. You can bring players in the same position that have different attributes to the game. So you can change tactics a little bit, you can change combinations a bit, but still keeping the levels up and try to harm your opponent. So I think that's key. And of course, it's key then that they're ready to come in, and that's what they are.
Thanks. We'll go to Catherine next to Tara. Thanks.
Hi, Sarina. I think Sweden have put in the most crosses of any team at this tournament, and when you played them a year ago in Gothenburg, it felt like they were kind of crowding the box and getting a lot of players in and around Hannah Hampton and trying to be quite physical against her. Are you expecting a similar kind of approach tomorrow?
Yeah, that's what they want to do, of course. We know they have some qualities. They're good in the air, and they want to give the crosses. They have some speed up front too. So we're going to try to prevent that. And of course, that it helps when we have the ball a little bit more than they have. But we expect what you say and some more of that.
Thanks very much. Vicky from BBC.
Hi, Sarina. Can I just check, is everyone available for tomorrow?
Yeah, everyone
Great,
is available for tomorrow.
Thanks, Vicky. Holly from Daily Mirror.
Hey, Lucy. When we spoke to Sweden earlier this week, they actually said that 4-0 defeat at Bramall Lane is still in the back of their mind, and they would see beating you tomorrow as revenge. When we spoke to fans today, they basically, the England fans said, bring it on. And I know you've said that, you know, the excitement of a tournament is that you never know who's going to win. So I just wondered if your attitude to that is also bring it on, and if that'll make it a more exciting game.
I think it'll be an exciting game regardless of the history of the teams, just because they're two talented teams. I think, as Lani said, someone mentioned that she said in an interview that it's going to be a fun game, and my interpretation was this is two teams that are in this game to win it, no sitting back, both very talented, athletic, physical, everything that you think of in a football game could happen because both teams are at that level. Yeah, so for me, I just look at it that way. I'm not sure which players said they were thinking about the semi-final, because that won't be me.
Thank you.
No.
Can we go to the back row, please?
Hi, Sarina. Uma from TalkSport. Obviously, the tournament's getting quite into the knockout stages now. It's getting a bit tense. You always strike me as someone who stays calm on the sidelines no matter what happens. And I wanted to ask you, how do you do it? What is it that helps you to stay calm? To us, anyway, it feels like you're staying very calm.
Yeah, yes, I try to stay calm. Of course, sometimes I feel the intensity too. But I have a task to do, and then it's better when you're calm and you can observe better and you can collaborate better with the staff on the side and connect with if possible, connect with the players on the pitch. So you're just trying to stick with your job, what you have to do, and trying to be as less emotional as possible.
Thanks. Can we go to Michael from The Athletic, please? Thanks.
Hi, Lucy. You used to play full-back for Barcelona with Fridolina Rolfo on the other side. General pattern was you often got praised for your defending. She often got praised for your attacking. For her attacking, would you like to show that you can push forward and influence the game in attack as well?
I think I've showed that in my 15-year career, to be honest with you. Yeah, I mean, that's what I've just mentioned in one of the previous questions, is that the role that is asked from me from the coach at Barca was to be in a back three, to let Frido attack high. It's different in different teams. You play the role that you get given. I think for me, I'm quite adaptable to be able to play different roles. Obviously, everybody loves to attack, but I also do love defending. It's just whatever the system, I guess, shows you or gives you. And I enjoy them just as much as each other.
Thanks, Michael. Final question from Anton at Sky Sports.
Hey, Lucy. You mentioned what Kosovo said about the intensity and what kind of game you mentioned. You mentioned the fact that when you played Sweden, you had nothing left in the tank previously. Is this what you're expecting tomorrow? And how exciting is that as a tenacious defender? Is that the kind of game that you want?
Yeah, I think it's the kind of game that both teams want. And I mean, any top player in the world wants to be playing in the big games. I think for me, it's probably the most exciting quarterfinal because the teams are so full of confidence, quality. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure about the rankings, but I think they're probably two of the highest ranked teams facing off against each other. Oh, France and Germany, yeah. But yeah, I mean, we knew that coming into this quarterfinal, it was going to be against a tough team. We obviously watched Sweden and Germany play each other. We then knew we had to win our game. These are exciting times, being in a tournament, playing against top teams. All the girls, today in training are really up for the game tomorrow, really excited for what tomorrow's going to bring.
Thanks. We'll take one final question from Kit at the time.
Sorry, I know you've said everyone's available, Sarina, but can I check on Jess Park? Is she fully fit after, we know she had a migraine this morning?
Yeah, but she's doing better already, so she'll be available tomorrow.
Thank you.
It's expected.
Great. We'll see many of you tomorrow. Thanks for your support.
Thank you.
Thanks.